Okay, welcome everyone. Yes, it is a random Thursday that we are doing this stream. I'm sorry that my schedule has been a little all over the place. It is a big, early, busy beginning of the year. And then, because I will be going somewhere this weekend, and so gotta get this started so that we can get this in before I leave. We just barely got through the main Trailblaze mission last time, and so now we are going to be, once again, they have released a continuation. I think it's the in the middle ones, like it's not the main quest, it's just like it's related, but it's like almost a time saver kind of thing. They have given us a new Divergent universe, so the old one, I believe, is not accessible anymore. And then if you're playing this at this time, you can also get the free 10 pull if you log in over so many days. And Treeby and Yunli are currently our 5 stars that are on display that you can pull for. We will show off Treeby's kit, and then we'll get started. I will not be pulling for Treeby because I am 100% waiting for Mydei, which I have heard we're gonna get some lore about. So let's see, what does her E do?
Numbers. Numbers.
Interesting. She throws like a little rocket, and that's fun. Oh, of course she's another one of these. I literally have not... I have like skipped over every single one of the Nihility characters. Oh, okay, so we've already got her ult, so let's turn this off.
It's coming.
So it does like a weakness break.
You've got to expand your thinking. Oh dear.
Step up, let's see ya.
Do you know who I am? Ever see a diamond this big? It's all yours.
Oh, and they did follow-up damage.
Is a dangerous thing, you know. Endless riddles, but the answer is nothing but a void.
Bumped my microphone pretty...
Never seen perfection before? Expand your thinking. Watch it crumble.
In the mood for another beating?
Underestimating us will cost you. Delivering more. It's coming. Let me go. Honored to meet me. Open sesame. Time to kill. Do you know who I am? This big diamond! It's all yours! Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void. I don't have time for games. Expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown. What are you looking at?
Slice like a good brew, full-bodied and sweet. My friends, indulge yourself. That's what you got.
Coming? Let me go!
It ain't over.
Interesting. Wouldn't say that their ult is bad, but it's not one of my favorites. Okay, there's not really much else I could show you all that I've been doing since our last stream. me switch back to Remembrance, Kalis. So there is a new 5-star memory light cone in Herta's store, so I would definitely suggest checking that out if for nothing else. I almost have it fully leveled up. Traces are fully done for Kalis, and then I do have a full set on them. I'm not super pumped with what's on here, but we are working on it. But yeah, so we do have a full set, and those are our details. If we ever crit, we have great crit damage. Oh, another exciting thing that happened. So you know how I'm like trying to get through all of Swarm Disaster before I move on to Golden Gear? I got through the Destruction. I did enough choices using the Path of Destruction to get the Destruction marker. So I only have the Hunt left. I am down to the Hunt and doing it where you're like 20 plus on the Swarm Disaster thing. So I'm almost there. Win 10 battles with a team with 4 imaginary type characters. Complete Caverns of Corrosion 400 times. And then we got a lot of stuff. Weakness rate 10 enemies with Rappa. 2 stacks of glory. Destroy all. Doing the new Divergent Universe gave us quite a few achievements. Is that it? I think that is. Alright, so we are gonna get back into the main-ish storyline. I don't really feel like we need a story recap, considering we literally just barely got the story done right before this one, so Phainon is trying to undergo his challenge to see if he's going to be able to become a demigod. Some people are concerned because he carries around a lot of guilt and vengeance. Some people are like, oh, Phainon's perfect. We don't need to care. So we'll see. Narratively, he should fail here.
Aglaya, with all due respect, this trial is taking far too long.
I bet this is if you completed the test on, like, if you completed all of the game on that first day it was released. I bet this is the amount of days between the last update and this one.
What do you think of this, Trinan?
It's not possible to tell for sure what goes on within the vortex. All I can hear are fragments of speech and distant battle cries.
Is it Phainon's voice?
I'm not sure. It's difficult to make out clearly. Wait, no!
Lady Trinan.
Noise, voice. I can't hear him anymore. There's this unlike existence in the trial. It's burning him up.
It has come to this, after all.
What now?
Get ready, Mydei.
Plan B. You pull him out when something goes wrong. As I promised you, Aglaya, I will intervene in the trial this time to bring your deliverer out to safety. But that's as far as I will go.
Of course. I know this is not the time to demand any more from you.
Discerning. All right then. To be as prepared as I can, I hope that the 2 Outlander warriors can also join me.
That might not be a good idea. The core flame trial is many times more complicated than a standard ritual. Even the slightest misjudgment, misstep, or hiccup could result in grave consequences. Our two distinguished guests are not obliged to risk their lives for the flame chase journey. Let me join you instead, Lord Mydei.
Can't we all just go together? I like that answer.
No. Someone should stay outside in case we need help.
Things have taken a critical turn, especially so with Phainon's life in line. Of course, we, Nameless, will do what is necessary. How should we help?
Join me in the trial to look for Phainon. And when we do, Goliath's golden thread will guide us back out.
You know what the thread just reminded me of? You know in the in Greek mythology with the Minotaur's maze? And so I think it's Hercules. Or Heracles, however you want to say it, who goes into the Minotaur's maze with the golden thread to lead himself back out of the maze. That's the vibe it's giving me.
Assuming we survive Nikador's wrath, if something bad were to happen, Casterus, your priority is to ensure the safety of these two. I can find a way out on my own.
Yes, Lord Mydei.
Thank you both for your valor. Time to get to work then. Let me have the honor of taking the lead in this battle.
Let's also make our way to the front of the Spirit Basin when you're ready.
May that warrior be safe from harm. When you are ready, I will preside over the ritual on Phaimon's behalf.
Ooh, okay. Team includes Mydei. This is not a bad team. I think, doesn't Mydei have like a buff where he does better with more imaginary characters? Isn't that like his whole thing? What is your... Okay, it's not gonna give me any information. I feel like this should be fine.
Our reinforcements from beyond the sky, warriors of high esteem. Please close your eyes and hold your breath. They once kept the fate of this world, and many other challenges safe from the devastating rage of strife. They now seek to venture deep into the trial of divinity, and prove their will to destroy our enemies, as foretold by the prophecy. When the hammer of strife strikes the anvil of the warrior, the heat and impact will leave behind scars, and between them, a demigod shall rise.
Very well. Come forth then. Souls foreign to this realm, and warriors in the making. Follow me into the mist and flames, and come face to face with the greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart. And with thy strength, banish the darkness and usher in sunlight. Let all lost souls find courage on a long journey back home.
What's the matter? Surprised? Where there's strife, there's carnage. It shouldn't come as a surprise to see such a sight in Nikador's trial. I don't see him around here. We should go first. Let's pray he stays safe. Huh. The greatest fear in the depths of a warrior's heart, huh? So, this is what he fears the most.
A disaster for Akama. So much for the king of those outlanders.
You won't get away, Cromno and Vermin!
Be on alert. The smell of rust is thick in the air.
Meaning blood. They keep saying Cronoan, so I'm like, and he says, or this one says king, so I'm like, is this Mighty Most then? Like Mighty Mose's issues?
Tell me your name, brute. Your demise shall be a tale I boast about at the feast table.
My name is Perdiccas, and I am here to avenge my people.
Kremnoans and Achaemons are at war?
Perdiccas? Even the tragic cries of beasts at the slaughterhouse sound better than your name.
Say whatever you like, despicable Achaemon. Better to die in battle than return even in glory. May the Kremnoan spirit always watch over me.
Foolish brute. I see you're eager to die. Very well then. I shall grant you just that.
I don't think... Even if we intervene, it's all fake, right? See, I feel like if I click interfere, which would be my gut reaction, but aren't we in Akama? Did that mean the Cremoans, like, attacked first? Anyway, intervening is, like, my default, but I feel like Mydei will stop us, but,
You are... Oh. So the Alpha Brute has found his way here. It's a pity, though. You're too late. You will never stop the Holy City's army. Watch as I make this pathetic warrior of yours the first sacrifice.
Mydei, my king, avenge me.
Is this?
You're next.
ooh, we don't like that.
Face your death, coward king.
Yeah, I'm like, isn't this more like Mydei Mose's inner issues over Phainon's?
Insatiable bloodlust is a product of Nikidor's wrath. Forever doomed! Receive divinity.
Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
The dead return!
No dirty. Oh! It's on me. Serenity is before me.
Burn it all! Through my blood! Burn it all! Absurd. I know this Achaemon. Strife contorted an honorable warrior into this perverse and twisted being. And that horrible noise. I can hardly suppress my bloodlust when it sounds. This battle cry must have gone to Phainon. That's why he lost himself. What a useless fool. It's nothing. Let's go. That voice. Is Cartonis? Not you too, Cartonis.
Mighty Mose you are. Destroyed all the wicked king. Here to take my life finally.
I won't ask how this happened. Nor will I hurt you like you said. I just need you to tell me where Phainon is.
All of this you know very well. Leave our city, cursed son of Gorgo.
I have no intention of hurting you, Cartonis.
Humiliate me you shall not. Leave. Get out of Achaema. Get out! Symbol of your sovereignty, take it! Signet of Kremnos, bask in blood-soaked glory, your kind alone!
This is... Mother's signet. It's here again. I knew it.
Ha! Finally gone mad, despicable perish together in that maelstrom of battle!
So I fully believe that this is Mighty Mose's inner trial. And they keep saying mad, mad, mad. So where have we heard that before? That was back when we were going through old Castum Crimnos, right? It was like everybody was referring to his father as the Mad King, right? So I wonder if that's Mighty Mose's biggest fear, is that he will go crazy like his dad did and then attack his people and harm them.
Enough! Be quiet! You were not at all Cartonis. Look out!
A long, narrow shadow pierces through the phantoms of Cartonis.
Nice move.
You too. I could ask you the same. That was the last thing you said to me before I parted the waters of the Scale Gorge waterscape.
Parted the waters?
Oh, just kill me. How would I remember that? That sounds like something the real you would say. It wasn't easy, but I finally found you too.
So, you are Don Hung. What did you go through before meeting us?
Just some memories from my past. Nothing worth mentioning.
You mean you saw your past too?
The trial of strife is a
vicious one, all right.
What are you thinking?
This might not be a single person's trial, but an arena for every challenger to engage their own delusions in a bloody battle. I saw someone from my past a while ago. Someone Phainon has never met.
It doesn't exactly sound like a bad thing. At least it means that we'll be able to find Phainon here.
We can only hope this battlefield is nowhere as extensive as I imagine it to be. Let's first follow the sounds of battle to their source. The battle cries seem to be getting a lot louder.
Someone is manipulating this battlefield. Someone who might not be Phainon.
I agree. Just as I thought. This is where the battle cries were coming from. The true entrance to Nikador's trial.
What's wrong with you two?
I've seen him for the first time, but there's no doubt about it. What I'm sensing can only be Strife's bloodlust. The one manipulating this battlefield is Nikador themselves.
Mydei, you are a keen warrior indeed.
You know me?
The blasphemous prince. Of course I know you, and I happen to know that you're here for the soul of that white-haired warrior.
Great. Let's cut to the chase then. Hand over that poor excuse for a sword master, so we can be done with this farce.
No. I applaud your courage and strength for coming this far, but you have chosen to besmirch the dignity of one who has fallen, and I cannot turn a blind eye to that.
One who has fallen. Phainon failed the trial?
He faced the greatest fear in the depths of his heart, and fought with exceptional valor, though he eventually succumbed to the brutal onslaughts. I have since brought him to the rear battleground, and granted him glory worthy of his courage, tenacity, and sacrifice. You wish to take him away? Sure. Pick up a spear and prove that your resolve can rival his.
This is also giving me, I know that Nikador is not the god of the dead in this, like, pantheon, but it's definitely giving, like, trip to the underworld vibes, and, like, having to do trials to retrieve a soul and lead them back out of the underworld.
Of course. Cowards who hope to avoid bloodshed are better off disappearing from my sight this instant.
Your opinions are of no interest to me, Mad King. If it's a fight you're looking for, then you will get one, Titan. I will put you to rest once more with my curse of immortality.
Commendable. Your noble mother displayed the same spirit with a spear in her hands.
Don't you dare speak of her.
Why not? She challenged the former Kremnos king to a duel, even knowing that it was a deadly trap, all to protect your dignity. Are you suggesting her efforts were for naught?
Her death was caused by you, the incarnation of strife. How dare you talk about her past? Enough of this nonsense. You should be wielding your weapon at the god of strife. Battle me and put a swift end to this!
Your hatred is as clear as day, my Demos. My words must have stung deeply. But thanks to them, I have also come to realize. This is why you killed your father for the throne. Only to let your signet sink to the bottom of the Sea of Souls, refusing to let the glory of Kremnos live on. This is why you serve the Strife Titan. Only to reject the core flame, letting strife continue instead.
Uh-oh.
Oh, child, show me what you are capable of. Show me if you have the power to put out the flames of your very destiny.
Okay, so was he destined to be the core flame home? Because, like, I've stated it before that I think the Strife core flame would make more sense with Mydei. And so was that his destiny, that he was originally supposed to be the core flame holder, but he went against fate because of the fact that he believes that the Nikador abandoned him and slew his mother. And so he would rather see Nikador go into the hands of someone else who's no longer one of the Cremoans instead.
I will rip your chest apart, Titan. The same way I ripped apart that former king.
I see you wish to repeat this. Come at me then. Ignite the flames of your fears and step onto the battlefield. Take this fierce battle to the boundaries of strife and consume me. Or lose yourself in the fight. Watch your defeated corpse burn. But remember this. The son of Gorgo will be crowned in blood. Very great. You, the successor of Kremnos.
Okay, so if he wins this, he's gonna be stuck with the core flame of strife regardless. Oof. One of those, like,
Knew he was no match, yet he chose to fight till his very last breath.
because it's like a weird, like, fate thing.
Can your murderous intent match up to what fate has in store for you? Prove to me that you are worthy of this power.
Let this place witness glory.
Okay, let's see.
Dying soul, face me. You miserable desired?
Not him sitting on a throne to use his ult.
Burn it all. Receive divinity. I can't
Seek and you shall receive.
But thanks.
Oh, how polite.
Serenity is before me.
Show me your courage. Forever do. I am struck. Forever do. I'll see you off.
In the name of Paris, I grant you the blood of strife.
Raging power. I can hardly contain it.
Doubt farewell.
Forever do.
Hedge your bets. It's on me.
Okay, time to debuff,
Eternal sleep is
shield,
not the end.
buff, ult.
The dead return! I can't die.
The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head. This mortal form. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Dying soul, face me. I'll accept your punishment. Eternal stay. Dead return!
I've heard the call. Serenity is before me.
Burn it all. Fury upon you.
In fear you shall abandon your mortal body, King of Phainon.
He looks so good with the Sunday's halo.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
You chose the wrong enemy.
I'll overcome the thorns. Doubt farewell.
Burn it all.
Watch your head.
Dying soul, I'll accept your punishment.
The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it off. Oh. Hedge your bets. Serenity is before me.
Forever do. I'll see you off.
Dirty tricks. Watch your head.
Oh,
Found you.
sometime later.
I did my best.
The Cornflake trial is indeed no place for the weak. Let's just hope that Phainon gets through this.
There's no need to worry. His soul is in a stable condition. With ample rest for both body and mind, he'll be up and about in no time.
The greatest fear in the depths of his heart. Lord Phainon must have been forced to relive his past during the trial, and revisit his homeland that had fallen to the Black Tide.
In all likelihood.
That is correct. He was willing to entrust the core flame to the Chrysoseirs, because he was also pinning his hopes on us, to succeed him in shouldering the responsibility of resisting the Black Tide.
Could you tell us more about this Black Tide?
It is one of the culprits that drives the people of Anforius to madness. It was during the Era Bellica that this unspeakable thing first appeared, like a plague, alongside the three titans of calamity. Nobody knows where it came from or how it came to be. What we do know, however, is that it is steadily encroaching upon what little remains of this tranquil land, much like a rising sea closing in on an island from all sides. It is for this very reason that it became known as the Black Tide. Those who succumb to it lose their reason and humanity, becoming vicious, mindless monsters. Mortals are not the only ones susceptible to its influence. Even gods and titans cannot escape from it.
Sounds like the Stellaron on Belobog, you know, that was slowly causing the winter, that was encasing the entire planet. It sounds very similar.
According to Naius, Nikador, though one of the embodiments of Calamity, also bears the responsibility of fending off the Black Tide.
Probably the death one, since they're missing, right?
Perhaps that is also why Lord Phainon threw himself into the trial of strife so readily.
But now, we must look for alternative means of igniting the flames of strife.
So, Aglaya, what should we do now?
You know very well the decision doesn't lie with me. As the successor to Krymnos, Mydei, you know better than anyone that if it was simply about emerging triumphant on the battlefield of strife, you and your people could manage it with ease. But ultimately, the heavy burden of divinity can only be borne by one. It is foolhardiness and indecision, not the unclaimed seat of divinity, that pushes this world into the deathly fog.
Sing, O goddess of his rage. Okay, so we have 6 little bits. Okay, so that's a little less than I was expecting for him not just to fail, but to also get corrupted. So that's actually less than I was expecting narratively what they would do. Let us go into settings. I really feel like the background noise is just so much louder than when they're talking. Like sometimes I literally just cannot hear them over the background noise. Okay, return to the private bat chamber and discuss the present circumstances with Dan Heng. An unspeakable thing of unknown origin. What comes to your mind when you put these keywords together? A Stellaron? That's right. If you think about the various characteristics of Emphorius, an isolated world on eternal night being eroded by an unknown power, we cannot discount this possibility. This has been bothering me for a while now. Everything we have seen thus far suggests that Emphorius wasn't always isolated from the rest of the universe. Be it the birth of the Titans or the encroaching Black Tide, none of these can be explained as natural progression of a civilization. There must be some other reason for its current state of isolation. It's just, if the cancer of all worlds is truly the culprit, then we should have observed certain phenomena, explicit or otherwise, by now, but that isn't the case. That's what I was thinking too. From past experience, the Stellaron within you should be able to resonate with other Stellarons, but we haven't encountered anything like that here. There are several other unanswered questions too. My gut feeling is that things here are not as simple as they seem. Furthermore, what happened in Penacony also proved that the appearance of a world may not necessarily be to the influence of just one path. Nah, not even the history fictionologist would dare to spin a tale like that. For now, let's just take things as they come. The Black Tide could be a good starting point. Since Nikador has fallen, those who were suppressed by them will no doubt begin to counterattack now. Seems our trailblazing expedition is growing in significance. Switching over to Mighty Most. At the same time, on the other side of the Memorial Palace. Marmorial?
Don't worry, Dee. This isn't the first time he's been like this. A long time ago.
I'm not worrying about him.
Oh, all right. You're a little quiet, though.
I'm sorry. That was rude of me. What I meant was, I know that man can pull through for sure.
It's all right. Being straightforward suits you better. Actually, there's something we're curious about. What did you see in Mikador's trial?
Something that terrifies me. Isn't that ironic? There shouldn't even be a word for fear in the Kremnoan language.
Do you think you stand a chance against that thing that terrifies you?
Is this also part of your grand scheme?
What do you mean?
Aglaya knew that Phainon might fall, and she expected me to take his place. That was the plan all along, wasn't it?
Yes. Looks like you know everything.
I have no intention of condemning you for it. The Flame Chase journey is not a game, and I have long understood this. The downfall of strife, and the ever-growing threat that the Black Tide poses. If Circes and Ornyx are also impacted, ramifications will be dire.
They are the only two Titans who are still lucid and willing to coexist with humanity.
Regrettably, I do not hold the key to completing the trial. If I wish to conquer that fear, I need the assistance of my fellow Kremnoans. Give me some time to speak with my people. It won't take long, I promise.
I see. There is strength in numbers, but you must know that the trial to become a demigod is ultimately meant for only one individual. Your people, they have been eagerly awaiting a new king all this time, haven't they? If you take on the divine role, they will have no reservations about following your lead. After all, you're the hero of Castrum Kremnos.
I once was. Lady Trebios, therein lies my deepest fear. We'll talk again later. I'll be back.
D? Regardless of what happens, we will always be there for you.
Thank you. The person I'm looking for is probably in the hot bath. I should go take a look. Billowing steam always brings back memories of the furnaces in our homeland.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Wait, I hear a treasure chest. Where is it? Here it is.
Oh, a delightful surprise.
Children left unattended by their parents? That's not safe. You shouldn't run around in here, kids.
Hey, it's the Crown Prince! Are you also here for a bath?
I want to hear stories about princes on the battlefield.
The Crown Prince? Are you Kremnoans?
Yeah, we are! The grown-ups said we used to live next to the arena. Well, next to the parts next to it anyway. My dad is a centurion with the Hydra Lancers, and my mom is the bravest warrior in the God Shield Brigade. We used to get tons of silver coins from Mr. Crateros.
My parents are serving in the Holy City garrison now. As warriors of Kremnos, they're braver than any Achaemen.
Why are you kids here alone? Where are the grown-ups?
Mom and Dad were asleep, so we snuck out to play hide and seek with Mr. Crateros.
That old man can be such a child sometimes. You know where Crateros is? I happen to be looking for him.
Sorry, I don't. Come to think of it, we haven't seen him in a while. Did he get lost while trying to find us? No way! Mr. Crateros is a member of the Royal Wing Elite. He's the best at hunting down enemies. He was counting near Verax Leo when we went to hide. I thought about taking a peek, but who knows if it might be a trap he set.
It was prudent of you to be cautious. So, which Verax Leo was he with?
It's, just take a few turns after you go out from here. It's close to the back.
Alright, I'll go look for him. You should consider the game over and head home for now. Don't play around the hot baths again.
Wait, Your Highness!
Is there something else?
I heard you retrieved Nicodor's core flame. Does that mean we get to go back home soon?
Have you ever been to Castrum Kremnos? You were all born in the Holy City, and are living lives no different from the Achaemens. Everything you know about our people comes only from the tales of others. You have never even witnessed the blade in the sky with your own eyes. How, then, is a city you've never seen your home?
Because this place is definitely not home. Mom and Dad told me that the children of Kremnos are born to wield swords and fight on the battlefield.
They also said that the Kremnoan detachment led by the Crown Prince is the bravest army across all of Emphorius. No one can defeat them. The kids in the Holy City don't play with us. The moment they find out that our parents are Kremnoans, they shun us. We don't care. We all know that the Crown Prince will take us home one day.
That time has not yet arrived. But, young men of Kremnos, heed my command. Return to your parents at once. From here on, you are to dedicate yourselves to rigorous training and a healthy diet. You must not neglect these two aspects if you are to become a brave warrior of Kremnos. Only by following this path can you be deemed worthy of returning home.
Yes, Your Highness!
The future of Kremnos. I should find Krateros.
He is a delight. He takes care of those children so well. I'm assuming by the complete steam, and then this is like, it's kind of blue in here. Are these cold baths? But they look like they have steam coming off, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's like the children's section, since these look like a lot shallower versus these over here.
There he is. Is he engaged in a debate with that foolish lion?
That! Oh, it's the Crown Prince of Castrum Kremnos.
Get a grip. We're here by order of the Council of Elders. Even the Chrysos heirs have to think twice before doing anything to us.
You say that. Mydei's going to break your ankles.
Out of my way, lackeys of the Council.
The Civil Guard of Achaema is on official duty. Please keep out of this area.
Calm down, my lord. Play nice.
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'll allow you to pass this time. But just this once.
Uh-huh.
So, you think yourself knowledgeable? Then here is a question for you. Do you know how Chrysius Leo and Castrum Kremnos came to be mounted on the wall? I don't know, my lord. How did it come to be? Let me enlighten you. A long time ago, the founder of Castrum Kremnos led a group of warriors to hunt down a lion on the outskirts of the city of Tritos. That vicious beast had been a menace for years, and the bones in its den were stacked even higher than the peaks around Achaema. But do you know what happened? Nary a moment had passed after the beast's head peeked out of its den, when the Kremnoan warriors surged forward and brought it down within the blink of an eye, shattering its knees with a single strike. And then, why are you red-faced already? We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. It's your storytelling, my lord. You're weaving such a captivating tale that it got my blood pumping. Please, go on. Well, if it isn't Lord Mydei. It's been a while. Oh, what in Achaema is happening? To what do I owe the pleasure, son of Gorgo?
Krateros. My esteemed teacher.
Let's talk somewhere else, Mydimos. I'm tired of speaking with this silly lion.
Why does his face just not work on the model?
What about the Council's informants?
Those two hyenas are nothing but scavengers of rotten meat. They couldn't bite even if they tried. They can follow us if they want to. Let's go. Keep up with us, you hyena. Oh, sorry. I meant officers.
Hey, old man, how dare you? Calm down. Calm down.
I love that, you hyenas. Are we going?
Don't fall behind now. Unless you want to upset our friends here.
Don't you dare try any tricks with us.
Uh-huh.
We're almost there.
Why have you stopped?
This is a nice spot for a private chat.
Shall we, sir?
Let's do it.
What are you up to?
Leads them to a dark, secluded area, beats them up.
Someone help me!
Some privacy at last. So, tell me, why have you come to seek this old man's counsel?
I came to discuss the future of the Cremnoans.
Interesting. I heard the core flame of the Lance of Fury has been restored, though not by your hand. And you're even considering giving up Nikador's divine power. Is this true?
Those rumors are not entirely groundless.
In other words, you did entertain the thought of giving up the throne of Kremnos and forsaking your people.
The divine power is not equivalent to the throne. The path of strife is also not our people's only way.
Enough with the word games. You, of all people, should understand the plight of the Kremnoans. Think about all the warriors of the Kremnoan detachment who left their homeland with you. Think about their children. Only the yearning for our former glory days has kept us going all this time.
Yeah, but also yearning for a path that, or not a path, but a past that no longer exists. Thinking puts like a glamour of nostalgia over it, of like, oh, times were so much better when we were in this place and not our current place, and if we could just get back to that place, our lives will be so much better, even though like your lives may not have really been any better, or might even be better now. It's just you yearn for something that's gone.
If they ever learn that the crown prince they look up to so much is actually toying with the notion of stepping down, think of the disgrace it would bring upon your departed mother, Martymos. You best remember that she died for you because of Europon's schemes, to restore the glory of Kremnos.
Since you've brought that up, tell me, who is responsible for my father's death?
Are you trying to shame me, Martymos? I may be old, but I haven't become so decrepit that I've forgotten it all. Of course I remember that Europon died when the Kremnoan detachment surrounded him. You drove the spear into his chest with your very own hand.
That was merely the final outcome. Do you still not see it? What led my parents and our people to their downfall is none other than the strife we speak of. The quest for glory. The tenet of valorous death before glorious return. This is the creed of every Kremnoan. No matter whether these beliefs are justified or not.
Don't be ridiculous. The only thing that could slay a king is a spear. Even an infant knows that much. I swore to your mother that I would guard your crown with my life. I never foresaw that the son of Gorgo himself would be the first to turn his back on the Kremnoan spirit. Gorgo. Your mother bore that name. The name of the great founder of Castrum Kremnos. And she upheld that name with honor. If you choose to turn your back on her legacy, like a wretched deserter, do not fault me for withholding my loyalty, Martymos.
I came to discuss the future of our people with you. But it appears this is not the right time yet.
Go, mighty. Yeah, that's what those Chrysos heirs call you, isn't it? Go down the path you have deemed correct. Deep down, you have always been one to do as you please. And I am well aware that no one can deter you once you've made up your mind. Don't you ever dream of renouncing the traditions of Kremnos. We may reside in Akama now, but we remain eternally bound to strife by blood.
Bloodlines no longer hold any significance in this era of destruction.
My young lord, always bear this in mind. Never reveal your vulnerabilities to anyone. A lion should never dwell amidst its prey, especially when it wields power enough to dominate the entire hunting ground.
European, the boy did nothing wrong!
Ooh, we get some really interesting stylization. So obviously this is Mydei's dad, and I'm assuming this is his mother. I wonder if this is supposed to be his teacher.
This is murder! Do not sully the noble name of Kremnos with the blood of an innocent child. You mustn't reveal your weaknesses to the enemy.
Enough! My decision is final. We must use this child's life to preserve the soul of the great Nikador. We must save Castrum Kremnos.
Don't be absurd! Those tiny hands lack the strength to even lift a spear. Do you truly believe him a threat to Castrum Kremnos? You'll be ending the bloodline of Kremnos if you do this. Our millennia-old glory will become nothing more than a joke.
Have you forgotten that we Kremnoans place no value in bloodlines? It is through pure bloodshed and slaughter that the kings of Kremnos have ascended to the throne. As for our millennia-old glory, it has always been a joke in my eyes. Glorify it all you want, but it will not alter the nature of slaughter. Those who revel in it are but murderers. They are no more noble than the most monstrous beasts in Amphorius.
Enough with your words! Among all the kings of Kremnos, which one did not inherit the crown only after plucking it from the lifeless body of his father? But listen to yourself now. Do you truly believe you can cleanse the blood from your hands through mere words alone?
Nay, quite the contrary. I will end this cycle of bloodshed, starting with this child. With these blood-stained hands, I will end it all.
Your failure is inevitable, European. You are just a coward who can only raise his blade against his own child! A beast that murders his own kin. Royal wing elites and emperors of Kremnos! You cannot sit idly by and watch this atrocity unfold. If you consider yourselves the honorable sons and daughters of Gorgo, then take up your spears and join me in putting an end to this bloody charade!
Does anyone else have any objections? If so, come forward with your spear and prove your mettle.
Understood.
5, 4.
So I guess no one stepped forward. It was only the wife.
3. No one dare stand by my side. Cowards! Has that crown stripped you of your courage? 2. 1.
It appears there are no objections. Then, in accordance with the Kremnoan Council's principle of tacit consent, the decision is final. With all present as witnesses, this child shall descend into the Sea of Souls, where he will nourish the Lance of Fury and join the fallen heroes. May fate and the gods await your arrival, my son. Mydei.
Stop!
If you have more to say, then speak. On account of the life we have shared together, I grant you this one final chance.
With the blade of fury above us and the council bearing witness, I, Gorgo, hereby move to challenge the crown in accordance with the laws of Kremnos. Oh, unworthy king. name of the Council of Elders, I demand that you duel me!
Very well. We shall see who the Cremnoan blade strikes down.
Mydei, my son. They all tell me to forget. But how could I ever, the son of Gorgo, will be crowned in blood? If there is no Kremnos without the crown, then I shall seize the crown and smash it to pieces to bring the people to their senses.
The mother roared in anger. The armies remained in silence. Only the cries and the waves of the Sea of Souls echoed. So there's the backstory of Mydei. Ever since the battle with Nikador, you haven't slept so soundly in ages. Even if death itself came to rouse you, you'd probably retort, why does life slumber? Because the bed is warm. Yet a chill from the river of souls wafted by, a sensation hauntingly familiar. Could death truly be at your door? Best you open your eyes, just in case. Oh, hi, Casterus.
Mister, you're awake. That's a complicated question. I'm not sure I can answer that. I apologize for arriving uninvited. I saw that you were still asleep, so I took the liberty of waiting nearby. I bring a message from Lady Aglaya. She has prepared a gift for you and Don Hong, and wishes to present it to you in person. I'm glad you're in good spirits. All right, let's set off.
Okay. Oh, new stories? Kalis, why are you off reading them by yourself? I want in too. Really? Then when it's time for the story, I'll listen super seriously. Okay, since which day did he become known as Mydei? His strength rivals all lands, but the man pays it no heed. For only authority of a king can end another king, and only strife can end strife. The torrent of conquest crosses the barrens, yet the homeland's blood it is destined to be stained. None dare to shake his hand in greeting, for his hands burn as the blazing sun, soaked in the might of the flame. What a mighty feat it is! In the aftermath of defeat, the man digs graves for the deceased soldiers, bearing thousands with his own hands. In that fight, he crushed all invading blades with his fists. A body immortal may never fall, but tears of pain in his heart still flow.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
They say that is the reason he's so unwilling to weep, but in Adonia's blizzards he once did cry, a tear shed among the storms and frosts that bloomed into a lily stained with blood. Like his undying body, the flower never wilts. In time, the entire world will turn to ash. This haughty man shall be the one to leave behind the world's final beauty, though none are willing to believe. Unlike his kin, those patterns are carved with his blood, a matter so suspicious it stirs the ambitions of the mundane.
That can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
The people to this day still seek it, yet it is a simple tradition he follows closely. Do not let your enemies notice that you're bleeding, and thus convince them that you are someone unsurpassed, a warrior supreme.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
The stories of the past forged on his body, the white-haired friend once asked. The man goes silent and still, his gaze burning into the horizon, looking for a distant past. In his days of wandering, the same question was asked by thousands upon thousands, and he never denied.
That is why I walk on this path.
Did you know that Akuma is full of stories about Mighty Mouse? He's just busting with tales. Are all princes like that? Shh, this has to stay quiet. It was really hard for me to find out, so I don't want anyone else to just hear it. This is for your ears only. They say it's from incredibly harsh training. Every day he runs 10,000 laps around the holy city. Does 10,000... Not a One Punch Man reference. Okay. No way, and how are you so sure about that? Still, there really are way too many rumors about Mighty Mouse flying around. If they were all true, he wouldn't even have time to eat, would he? I wonder who's spreading all these stories. Sure is mysterious, don't you think?
Now that Nikador has fallen, the soldiers in the city can finally catch a break. I don't know how long I'll be able to live like this. Is that Lady Treby and Lady Trianne?
You must have forgotten. This is a precious relic from our hometown. We definitely all saw it back then. Trianne, this is a counterfeit. We both know it's impossible for something this fragile to have survived all those years in one piece. Nothing is impossible. We are fragile too, but we still got through those sad times. Ugh, look at that color and how it glitters in the light. It's exactly as we remember it. Why won't you buy it? If someone else gets to it before us, we'll miss our chance forever. Calm down, Trianne. You need rest.
Please, there's no need to fret. If you need more time to make a decision, I can put this aside for you until tomorrow. Or until you're ready?
No, it's all right. Trianne is just... She'll come to her senses tomorrow. We'll be off first. Trianne is just... what? Trianne is super mad, that's what! You've forgotten all about Mama! Mama gave us something just like this before! Trianne...
See you tomorrow? I hope you two patch things up soon.
See you tomorrow. May the winds of fortune bless you.
It's so hard to understand what they're thinking sometimes.
Excuse me, if you don't mind, could you tell me what Lady Treby and Lady Trianne were discussing just now?
Oh, it's Miss Castoris. It's been a while. Well, honestly, I'm not quite sure myself. See, I have a little hobby of collecting handicrafts. Some time ago, I found this trinket being sold at the Memorial Market and bought it to use as decoration at my stall. When Lady Treby and Lady Trianne walked by earlier, Lady Trianne happened to catch sight of it and promptly insisted that it was a precious memento from her hometown. But Lady Treby believed it to be a counterfeit. She said it couldn't possibly be from Yanisopolis. The likelihood of such fragile glassware surviving the Chrysos War is simply too low. For some reason, Lady Trianne became awfully upset after hearing that.
I see. Madam, would you mind selling this trinket to me?
Certainly. It's just... if it truly is a relic from Yanisopolis, it could be worth a small fortune. Miss Castoris, I'm running a business here after all, so...
I understand. Feel free to name your price.
Not so fast. I object to this. Glare at her in silence.
I suppose I can sell it to you at cost as a sign of goodwill, Miss Castorus. Just promise to support my business in the future.
Much appreciated. We're lucky that she has a good heart. I'm not one to venture out often, and while I have some savings, it takes a lot out of me to even talk to people, let alone haggle. Had it been another merchant, I would have been set back plenty.
How do the Chrysos not have a lot of money? You would think the Chrysos would be like not wanting for coin.
The authenticity of the piece isn't important. What matters is that it holds special meaning for Lady Trian and reminds her of her hometown. I've long wished to show my gratitude for Lady Trian's care, but I haven't been able to come up with any ideas for a suitable gift. This chance encounter today feels like divine intervention. Perhaps this is the gift I've been searching for. Still, this trinket is admittedly rather fragile. I will have to make some adjustments and stitch it onto wool felt to protect it. That way, no matter how much Lady Trian runs around, it won't break easily. Alright, back to business after that little detour. Let's keep moving. Don't stray far now. We've already kept Lady Aglaya waiting long enough.
What are you folks going to do next?
Castorus, please get out of there. The platform is coming down. Oh, there we go. Oh, yawn.
It seems your friend arrived before us.
You're finally here, Kalis.
Welcome, Cass. And you as well, trailblazer from beyond the sky. Your companion here kindly explained the meaning behind the name to me earlier. Through him, I've come to understand that you and your friends walk the paths of Cathali and Yanis in places beyond the sky. Addressing you appropriately is the least I can do, as a show of respect. For all that has happened, it was never our intention to drag you two into the battle against Nikador and jeopardize your safety. To express our gratitude for your kind, trailblazing endeavors, we would like to present to you with the highest honor of Akima. This is the dew of divine blood, brewed from crops nourished by the blood of the Titans. It is said that only 12 bottles existed. The last 3 bottles are now being kept in the treasure vault of Akima. Back in the days of prosperity, cities fortunate enough to acquire it regarded it as one of the greatest treasures ever. Unsealing it during a ceremony held in honor of 2 cities' diplomatic ties was the highest form of respect one could show the other.
Haven't I been dumping, like, gallons of that liquid into the fountain?
And now, in keeping with tradition, Akima dedicates this drink to our esteemed guests from beyond the sky in appreciation of what you have done for us.
This precious gift isn't simply a token of gratitude, though, is it, Miss Lady Aglaya?
Very perceptive, Mr. Dunham. Your heroic deeds have proven that you come in good faith. With the dew of divine blood as testament, we wish to forge an alliance with the Trailblazers.
With all due respect, won't forging an alliance with the Chrysos heirs embroil us in the conflicts within Akima? I'm sure you can understand where our misgivings come from, Lady Aglaya. Having said that, Lady Gaia, please don't misunderstand. We will still do what we can to assist you in your flame chase journey. It's just, I've heard of the friction between the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Akama. As outsiders, we are wary of getting caught up in this conflict.
Wow! Grady and Danny have sharp eyes indeed. You'd make outstanding members of the Twilight Courtyard.
Whomst?
No need to worry, by the way. I can tell from Lady Aglia's tone of voice and micro-expressions that she's being genuine.
Cotton candy?
Not only are you guests from beyond the sky, but you've also done so much for Akama. You're practically heroes to us all. Lady Aglia would never subject you to Aquila's judgment.
She looks like she would fit into, Genshin Impact more than Amphorius, but okay. And you are?
Hyacinth. Thank you for taking care of the wounded of the past few days.
Oh, it's no trouble at all. The patients are very cooperative when we attend to them. I'm just thrilled to see them all going home healthy again. Oh, it's Cassie! Oh, I've missed you.
This girl, she's a natural at making friends. Are we talking about Yanfei?
As an acolyte of Aquila, I'm here to bring healing light to the world. Plus, I've heard you're also children of the distant skies. Fate must have brought us together. Can we be friends? I'd love to hear your tales of the sky. And oh, it's a rare occasion that Akama presents such an invaluable gift to guests. Lady Aglia, may I have the honor of tasting it too?
Of course you may. Esteemed guests of Akama, please believe me when I say that this gift carries no hidden agendas. As for the matter of the Alliance, you need not give me an answer here and now.
You're mistaken. The capable Lady Aglia doesn't need my help with things like this.
She literally has like a lollipop design right here. I see. In that case, we will accept this gift from Akama. We welcome the chance to talk with you, Lady Hyacinth.
Oh, yay! Then I'll get started on my questionnaire.
Pardon the question, but I've been meaning to ask this for a while. Micro-expressions, tone of voice, questionnaires, are all of these part of the usual skill set of Aquila's priests?
Allow me to do the honors. This young lady is Hyacinth, assistant lecturer of the new sporists at the Grove of Epiphany, and head nurse at the medical institution known as the Twilight Courtyard. Many of the Chrysos heirs suffered injuries during Mikador's attack on Akama, so the Grove sent Lady Hyacinth to treat the wounded in Akama.
But what I'm really good at is helping people sort out what ails their mind and spirit. If you're ever feeling troubled, come find me. A little sunbathing in the courtyard will chase all your worries away.
A therapist. Okay. So same. Thank you. We will keep that in mind.
Well, it looks like everything's sorted out now. The patients have also all recovered. I think it's time for me to head back, Lady Aglia.
I would love to keep you in Akama for a few more days, but I would hate to provoke the ire of the Grove. As it happens, Akama intends to send a messenger to the Grove for updates about the research on the Black Tide. We also want to communicate our desire to discuss the retrieval of Circe's core flame at the earliest convenience.
Oh, that sounds pretty serious. Lady Aglia, you can't be asking me to...
No need to fret. We won't put you on the spot. Trianne will be going there as the diplomatic messenger of Akama, and Castros will be accompanying her.
I happen to have a few questions for Professor Anaxa as well, regarding the missing Titan Thanatos.
Since this involves Akama's diplomatic affairs, we'll give you some privacy.
If you're not keen on just sitting around, Mr. Trailblazer, why not go with them? The Grove is a picturesque place, perfect for sightseeing.
That's a wonderful suggestion. Come visit the Grove, Gray. I'd be delighted to show you around.
Sounds good. Gaining more insight into the customs and geography of different regions of Amphorius is also part of trailblazing.
In that case, do bring this spindle along with you. This tool, called the weft, is used to spin thread and has been passed down in my family through generations. Though it doesn't see much practical use nowadays, it's become a symbol of great significance. In this respect, it is the perfect token to represent my will. If you encounter trouble at the Grove, just take this out and show it to them. While you're in the Grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not, allowing you to see things as I would. Castorus knows this too. Make good use of it. Trian is already waiting for you at the outskirts of Okima, so I won't keep you any longer. May your journey be smooth.
Also, I wonder when they say weft, or not weft, that roll back to the triplets, I wonder if they mean mother as in like their actual mother, or if it's the same mother that Orynyx was referring to.
I'm glad to be in your company again, mister. Thanatos controls my fate, in a sense. The curse I bear came from them, and they have something of mine. Something of great importance that I must get back from them. When I was studying at the Grove alongside Phainon and the others, Professor Anaxa was responsible for teaching us about the Chrysos heirs and the Titans. That's also when I met Miss Hyacinth. She was Anaxa's teaching assistant then. The Grove of Epiphany is Akima's partner academy. They look after the core flame of Circes and are the organization at the forefront of researching phenomena such as the Black Tide and the Titans. They also provide academic research support for the Flame Chase journey. Several Chrysos heirs are based in the Grove, including Miss Hyacinth and Professor Anaxa.
Oh, I came here with a colleague from the Twilight Courtyard. I've asked her to pack her luggage in advance, so she's already waiting for us by the city gates. Let's go meet up with her. Look, there she is, and Lady Trian. But who's that they're looking at? Did something happen, Clementine? Oh, that's a serious injury.
Miss Hyacinth, this man was discovered by Trian! Trian was in a bad mood this morning, so we went to the outskirts of Okima for some fresh air. But then we found him collapsed on the roadside. Trian knows the city has good doctors, so Trian brought our new friend into the city to look for a doctor.
I was waiting here for Miss Hyacinth when I bumped into Lady Trian. But by then, this man was already in critical condition, so I had to perform some emergency treatment first. These wounds, they're caused by the Black Tide. This is bad. Clementine, prepare a ward for this man at once. I'll treat him myself. It's a miracle he's still alive, considering how badly the Black Tide injured him. Gray, Cassie, and Trian, would you mind making your way to the Grove first? Once this man is out of danger, Clementine and I will join you. As a healer, I cannot ignore those in need of medical attention.
You know what it just clicked that she looks like? She looks like Barbara from Genshin.
I understand. May fate
but with
have
like
mercy on
Yanfei's
this poor man.
outfit.
Trian believes he'll get better. Everybody, follow Trian! Fly, fly, fly away from Okima!
Okay, usually I'll do about 2 hours. We're at around an hour and a half, but I don't know how much longer this part is. Like, if we're gonna get, like, a part where we can stop in the next half hour. You get what I mean? Here, let me look up. Honkai, Star Rail,
Life is
missions.
as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, yet full of worldly strife.
Okay, and we are on...
Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, yet full of worldly strife. Life is as ephemeral as dew on a leaf, yet full of worldly strife.
Well... I guess the dinosaur is running us over. Okay, so we are on Grove, wherefore are the wise silent. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more chapters after this. Okay, we might be able to get all of that done in 30 minutes. Okay.
Down this road we go, to the skies we fly, leaving Akuma behind. Little Cass, little Gray, are you ready?
You might not be aware of this, but using the sentry gate takes a significant toll on Lady Trian.
Mm-hmm. Trian promised Treeby that we wouldn't open the gate unless we had no other choice.
I'm ready, too.
Okie dokie. Everybody, let's hold hands. To the grove we go!
It's harder than I thought to sew gemstones onto Wolfeld.
Cass, memmy, mem.
Cass has such nimble fingers. I want to learn too.
Mem wants to try sewing. Here, why don't we give it a go?
Mem.
Cass and I are now good friends after traveling together for so many days.
It's hard not to like Mem when they're so adorable. This is amazing. It seems as if their voice has become more intelligible after the battle with Nikador. After spending the last few days together, I feel like I'm gradually gaining the ability to understand what they're saying. Even if it's just a little.
This shows that I'm learning new things. Once I obtain the memory of poking Wolfeld, will I grow hands that are as pretty as Cass's hands? That's horrible. You can't say that to a girl. I was just kidding. Anyway, I believe that this trip to the Grove of Epiphany will definitely be a fruitful one. How exciting. I wonder what changes I'll experience next. Do you like cute little animals that much? Are you secretly the type that cares a lot about outward appearances?
Is everybody awake? Little Gray, little Cass, and a little pink puppy?
I've become a different species altogether, and here I thought she would give me a nickname like Little Mimi.
It's already action hour. Lady Trianne, I hope you're well rested. You were talking in your sleep. Did you dream of many things?
Sleep talking? What did Trianne say?
Something like, Mommy, doll with sword. Let's fight together. We'll be brave.
Ugh, it's so embarrassing. Please don't make fun of Trianne.
Of course not. Wasn't Lady Trianne's mother also the Holy Maiden of Yanisopolis?
Uh-huh. Mama was the strongest holy maiden in all of our history. She also gave us the prophecy of deliverance. And she had red hair that looked like a cute red mushroom. But Trianne can't remember what Mama looked like anymore. Not even in the dream just now.
In that case, Kalis and I will lend Trianne a hand. It's just a figure of speech. Think about it, there are so many memories scattered all over the world. Surely at least one contains an image of Trianne's mom. If I keep a lookout for it while searching the memories along our journey, then Kalis can go boom, and not only will Trianne be able to remember what her mama looks like, she'll even be able to talk to her, right?
Trianne thinks that's a great idea. Can the pink puppy help Trianne out?
Only if you promise to stop calling me a pink puppy.
Little Memmy from now on.
That's much better. Still, I'd like to know what exactly I am. That was just a name I came up with on a whim. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'll be sticking to my word anyway. Now that Trianne is cheered up, shall we get going?
Okie dokie. Trianne remembers that we need to help Aggie ask the big tree whether Circes would be willing to visit Akama. If we follow this woven trail and keep going upward, we'll reach the grove in no time.
Where did it get its name from?
Legend has it that whenever they request...
One second. I'm so sorry, Castros. Oh, well, Castros is not going to tell us about the legend. Those look creepy. They give off Remembrance Field. Remembrance vibes.
Look, a huge tree. It's huge.
A delightful surprise.
Wow, it's so majestic. Kalis, hurry up and capture this moment. A giant tree bowed slightly in the silent forest, tilting and falling into the wilting green waves. A passing breeze rustled through the leaves as if it was sighing softly, fading into the lightless ocean above on the night sky. Would March 7th appreciate this sublime scene? You're uncertain. Don Hung, perhaps. Never mind. Every time he encounters a tree as big as this one, it would be a deeply troubling situation. Oh, it has a face. Why did we not also talk about the fact that it has a face? I never fail to impress. This photo deserves an award. What is this huge tree, though?
The divine body of Circes. Flora began to grow where they planted their roots, and this flatland basin upon which we stand gradually became a large, verdant forest. A long time ago, Thelesis, the first scholar, led the masses to build a garden and courtyard in the forest, naming the site the Grove of Epiphany. There, people sought mental clarity, knowledge, and enlightenment.
Trianne knows this. Everybody says that was how this big academy came to be.
But is the academy supposed to be this quiet?
Something feels off. The Grove has always welcomed scholars. So too would Circe's give us her delicate leaves and extend her branches in greeting. Yet, it seems both the Grove's messengers and the Titan are indifferent to our arrival. There should still be a way in. I'm just a little surprised.
Maybe everybody's still asleep because classes haven't started yet. They don't want to be disturbed, so they shut the entrance.
For now, let's look around and see if we can find out what's happened.
This place is too quiet. What in the world is going on?
Trian found it! Everybody, fly across to the other side!
Okay, unless we have new powers I haven't heard about. Okay, this thing is supposed to be like...
The other side. Where could it be? Wilfrey's eyes are so sharp.
I knew you would find it. The courtyard of Storgi should be just ahead of us.
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
As I expected, something's not right here.
Even though we're not scholars, someone should have come forward to receive us by now.
Not to mention that this whole place is also eerily quiet. That's possible.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh,
Oh, no one's here.
I have an idea. Lady Trian, could you lend me that golden spindle? Do you remember? Lady Aglaya said this. While you're in the grove, the golden thread of the weft can also render all things around you visible, regardless of whether they're corporeal or not. This is achievable because the grove is not only where the roots of Circe's are, but also where the chrysalis of gold manifests. Oh, Nestia, with the weft as my vow, I beseech you, entwine my body with your golden thread and affection. Well, these lines are documented in the Handbook of Nestia's Priests. So, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to draw power out of this butterfly exuvia with the golden thread.
There isn't a reaction. Did it not work?
But that shouldn't be.
Mem.
Are they white dryad flowers?
Anyway, one moment. Okay. One moment, let me be nosy. Okay, so we need that to be the button. We have 4 bits, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy enough.
hardly enough for a seat at the table.
White Dryad, what a cute name.
No, these aren't white dryads. These are shadows of dead white dryads.
Dead, Mim?
Dead white dryads. Shadow?
Strictly speaking, these white dryads are still plants. They only gained sentience as a result of Circe's blessing of equality. But their sentience is minimal when compared to that of humans. These flowers have already died. What you see here are just faint afterimages of their souls. However, this also means that the golden thread has definitely connected with the Titan's presence. Without the golden thread's outlines, we would not have been able to see them at all.
But what happened to them? Why are there only tiny shadows of them left?
Mem, can you read their memories?
Let me try.
Let me try.
Almost.
Black cloak, sword toward the great tree.
That's it. Their memories are too faint for me to see anything. I can only vaguely make out these words.
I have a bad feeling about this. The deathly fog of Thanatos is fast approaching.
Oh! Trianne will be on high alert!
Master Calinius, we have installed bronze detonators along the number of the Grove main roads as you instructed. Very good. Can we proceed according to plan? There'll be no issues on the technology side. We have already held the detonation tests and ensured that they are able to damage the bodies of the Titans. It's just what? It's just that such methods are blasphemous. Ha! Such things are not important in a moment of crisis. What matters most is that we slow the invasion of the Black Tide as much as possible. I never thought that when our backs were against the wall, we'd be forced to use that Anaxia's wicked ways. Other scholars held such reverence for their gods, they never researched its evil technology. Even if the Titan disagrees, it's not like they'll say anything. Alright, that's enough lamenting. Gravitas, you have another important mission now. I need you to find a way to leave the Grove immediately and head to Akhma to request aid. Oh, so this was the guy we found on the ground. Okay. I do not know if the Grove can withstand this threat. If we can just hold out until reinforcements arrive, then all will be well. If not, I have no choice but entrust the core flame to that woman. You want me to leave the front line and be a deserter? No, there's no way. You're a Chrysos heir. If anyone is going, it should be you. Don't argue with me. You know you will never win. It is precisely because I am a Chrysos heir that I must stay and fend off the Black Tide. I will endeavor to ensure that we survive until reinforcements arrive. I may be a scholar, but I know a bit about fighting. Any normal Black Tide monster is no match for me, so you need not worry. I just don't want to be. Calling for aid is not desertion. If you were not prepared to risk your life, the Black Tide would simply intercept you and kill you before you made it to Akhma. Gravitas, you are the fastest among us. Will you accept this important duty? I will not let you down. May Circes protect your mind, Master Callinus. Hey. Ha! May the Circes protect your mind. So, did any of you see that? Or is that just... Oh, I forgot to pick up the...
A reward with no risk? I'll take it.
None of you were able to hear that, I guess.
The smell of death is becoming more and more intense. There, on the steps.
Ah, the glitch. Oh, the glitch is everywhere.
This looks really scary.
So people corrupted by the Black Tide. What kind of beast is this? Or is it the Death Titan skin?
No, it's neither of those. This is a creation of the Black Tide. Such creatures are formed when living beings are corrupted and turned into deformed hollow husks of their former selves.
So similar to what happens when the people from the Lafu fall into madness. I can't remember what it's called currently.
Everybody, stay alert. Regardless of what has happened to the Grove, the fact that we're seeing the remains of a Black Tide creation here definitely doesn't bode well.
Should we inform Aggie about this?
Probably. Oh wait, that black thing seems to be moving. The monster's alive. Trian will protect everyone.
Trian, please hide behind us. Mister, let's do this. As expected, the words black, sword, and cloak. You're talking about the Black Tide.
Show no mercy.
Meaning.
Conflict is pitiless.
You defeated it! Little Gray, little Kaz, you're so strong!
But these monsters, they aren't supposed to show up here, right?
To think the Black Tide has spread this quickly to the Grove despite its remote location. I'm afraid a world where strife has fallen is far more dangerous than we ever imagined.
Oh no, does this mean that Akuma is also...
also in danger?
Looking at this mess, it seems the scholars at least succeeded in fending off the first wave of attacks. But at what price?
We definitely need to let Aglaya know. At the same time, in Akuma.
Lady Aglaya, after a few days of surgeries, both major and minor, we were able to save the life of that patient found on the outskirts of Akuma.
Thank you again, Hyacinth, for your hard work.
The scarring of his organs was especially severe, a result of the Black Tide's corruption. It's a miracle he's even survived. I can't say for sure when he'll regain consciousness.
Don't stress yourself out over this. You've already done everything in your power to save him. There's no need to hurry to the Grove either. You deserve a good rest now. Tribi, I have some things to tell you as well. There's something strange about where that patient came from. He is not Akuman. The way the stitches on his clothes are hidden is quite unique. Such craftsmanship is undeniably from the Grove.
The Grove? You mean...
Now that I think about it, Castrus and the rest should have arrived at the Grove by now.
Trian just got in contact. The Black Tide has invaded the Grove. We haven't detected any survivors, even with the help of the Golden Thread. What should we do, Aggie?
The Black Tide is posing an even greater risk to us now. I did not expect the Grove to be the first to be impacted, though. Can they tell where the core flame is right now?
We see it. The core flame is still there, but...
But what?
But they can't say for sure whether the Titan has also been corrupted by the Black Tide.
Please let them know that for now, the most pressing task is to identify the core flame and transfer it to a safe place as quickly as possible. We must also search for survivors and find out exactly what happened to the Grove. Oh, and find Anaxa. Unless something went terribly wrong, he should still be alive.
They've set off. Please, stay safe, everyone.
I pray for their safety too.
Aggie, how do you know that Anaxa is still alive?
I know that man all too well. If that blasphemous performer knew that he was not long for this world, he would most certainly try to seize the core flame and drag the Titan down with him.
I already am excited for him if that's how she's describing him.
Is this a joke as well?
Also, the fact that it was performer in quotes, I'm like, ooh, is he related to the Fools, maybe?
No, I'm being serious this time. We're facing threats from both within and without Akuma. The merciless carnage may have ceased, but Akuma's nemesis continues to sharpen their blades even now. They may have even prepared the gallows from which to hang us already.
You mean...
Even if the divine authority of strife is as yet unclaimed, the Black Tide is advancing more rapidly than I expected. I fear this tragedy is more than a mere natural disaster. Alas, it's too late. The Council will likely take this opportunity to do something... I will try to keep this under wraps for now. But you must also take care, and be prepared for anything that may happen.
All right. Should I inform Hyacinth about this?
Not for now. She must be exhausted after performing surgeries non-stop for so many days. I don't want to overwhelm her with this bad news.
We can only hope that the Grove weathers this crisis with as many survivors as possible.
That being said, based on the condition of this patient, Treeby, we should prepare for the worst. It's likely he is the only one who managed to escape from the Grove against all odds.
Everything will be fine. The people at the Grove are really smart. They'll definitely be able to chase away the Black Tide.
Aglaya said that Anaxa is still alive. If that's true, then there's still hope for everyone else too. Who is this Anaxa anyway? Why does everyone seem to have some kind of trust in him?
How should I put it? Lady Aglaya doesn't trust Anaxa at all, I'm afraid. Despite being a Chrysosaur, Anaxa resolutely believes that Titans and prophecies are a load of nonsense. During our regular citizens' assemblies, he always votes to oppose the Flame Chase journey.
Huh? And he's still able to conduct research here? Didn't you just say that the Grove is an academy that was established around the Titans?
Trian knows the answer to that. Everybody says that Circes, who symbolizes reason, is the most tolerant of novel ideas. Apart from Kefali, they're the Titan who treats us the best.
Well, it looks like Circes must really be open-minded if they're accepting of even the kind of novel ideas.
Yes. That is how we formed an agreement with these Titans who bear no harm toward humanity. If they agree to support us on our Flame Chase journey, we will wait till the final moments of the journey to restore their core flames.
With the exception of Orynyx, that is. They didn't lend us their power willingly.
I don't think Orynyx was as reluctant to help us as you put it, or they wouldn't have deemed Kalis worthy and allowed me to journey alongside all of you.
That is true. It's also fortunate that these gods weren't corrupted by the Black Tide and did not descend into madness.
Trian believes Circes will be alright. After all, everybody says that the people of the Grove are really smart. So, Little Gray and Little Cass, just leave the task of finding Anaxa and everyone else to Trian. It's easy for Trian to look for people because we can fly.
Good idea. In that case, please bring the weft along with you, Lady Trian. The golden thread will be much more effective from up above. Please promise us that you'll take care of yourself.
Okie doke. If Trian gets in trouble, we'll look for all of you. In return, if you get in trouble, remember to call for Trian, okay? We'll come right over and open the gate for you.
That's the other thing I wish to mention. Do not open the gate unless you have no other choice, Lady Trian. Your body is not in good shape at the moment.
Okay. We will keep that in mind. Trian was just trying to help.
Of course, we know that. After all, Lady Trian is a demigod, the most powerful among all of us here. Remember all those brave heroes and the tales you've heard. They would always save their strength until the very last moment. That way, they could ensure that nothing went wrong with their plans. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm. In that case, brave Trian shall clear the way for all of you.
Little Trian is so motivated. I mustn't fall behind. I'll use something to help all of my friends that only I have, or Nexus powers. I wonder if I'll find any memories.
So many monsters.
Maybe I'll find some useful memories here. Let me try. Okay, so we didn't quite get through this chapter. I thought we would. Unfortunately, I do have to go, or that is a wrap, time's up, whatever you want to call it. Oh my gosh, big stretch, oh my goodness. if any of you have been what is I about to say? Shrimping. I was about to say something entirely different. If any of you have been shrimping for the last 2 hours like I probably have, maybe just do a stretch just now. Your back will appreciate it. Alright, so thank you all for coming. Make sure you get on this new Trailblaze journey. It is quite interesting from what we've seen so far. And then make sure you also log in daily so you can get your free 10 pull. And for anyone who's trying to get Tribi, I wish you great luck. As I said, I'll be skipping her because I definitely want Mighty Mos. But we'll have to see. I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and I wish you all luck and get some good sleep. Bye!